Love a story where somebody overcomes something.
Right.
And if you're going to look at the student athletes, 18 to 20 to 21-year-olds, overcoming something like that, you could say that. Because they had nothing to do with the coaching staff or Connor Stalions, at least to our knowledge. But this is self-inflicted. So no, it's not something. No, it's not.
Turn left onto Point Street.
He's trolling. You could say he's playing to the fan base, and your head coach can do that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
He is playing to the fan base because I know somebody. In fact, somebody that I sleep with in the same bed wants to get a Michigan versus everybody T-shirt. I said, "Are you serious?
Do it.
Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, I like the shirt."
Turn left onto Meriden Avenue, then turn right onto Union Lake Road.
It's absurd.
So
to have that
versus
mentality.
everybody's shirt has been out for years.
I understand that. I know a lot of schools do the same thing.
Right.
Detroit versus
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, but Detroit has been basically, we know how Detroit stands across America.
Team, insert city.
Yeah, but hold on.
Hold on.
But Michigan, it's different because
turn right onto Union Lake Road.
Fans, especially their alums, believe, and I'm not going to say it's right or wrong, it's the greatest university in the world, we're the best. So it's not you versus everybody, because to me,
in 2.2 miles, turn right onto Richardson Road.
Somebody who's down, coming up from the ashes, that type of thing, To me, that's not Michigan. And that's not Michigan's alums, their snooty alums, who believe that their schools, that's not Michigan versus everybody, in my opinion. And the America's team thing, it feeds the beast. And I hate the beast.
Let me help you out here, Stoney.
Thank you.
Jim Harbaugh is saying this is America's team. And you're right, John, you can say whatever. It's just incongruous with what the team wants to do. Like, the team is, like you said, they're selling Michigan versus everybody T-shirts. Like, those two statements go against one another. Like, you're not going to be Michigan versus everybody, and everybody likes this team, therefore we're America's team. Like, those two things don't jive. So, I mean, you want to be one or the other, and then Harbaugh can say what he wants, and the players can have this.
So you're saying you can either be America's team or you can be Michigan versus everybody, but you can't be both.
Correct.
I get that thought.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, because they're not America's team. They're in the same vein where the Dallas Cowboys are called America's team. I mean, a lot of people love them, a lot of people hate them.
It's a love or hate, yeah.
Right, and if that's what means America's team for the University of Michigan, so be it.
You don't like Michigan, that's fine.
It's very,
that's
you
exactly.
love them or you hate them. That's fine.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're America's team. And I just thought the timing of it was really weird. I mean, you are the program, whether it's because of one individual or not, has been accused of cheating. The head coach has been suspended. That's not America's team.
It is.
Our telephone number is 248-539-9797.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Corwell Health Sports Desk, this is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Bill Brown Ford. In the spotlight at Madison Square Garden, unranked Michigan basketball looking to turn some heads with another high-octane victory.
Now to Kamwa at the point, whipping inside, Cheddar goes up, thunders one down low on the right with two hands, on a great feed from Olivier Kamwa, Michigan up by 20.
Brian Bush's call over on WWJ. Michigan shot over 50% and beat St. John's 89-73. U of M averaging 93 points per game as they get to 3-0. New AP rankings out for hoops. The Spartans fell from number 4 to number 18 after suffering an overtime loss to James Madison on their opening night. Kansas is 1, Purdue is 2, and Arizona moving up to 3. Dan Campbell says he believes the pass rush will come alive for the Lions after they failed to sack quarterback Justin Herbert on Sunday. He needs to see the rush and coverage mirror one another and thinks that they will get there. Also loves seeing the physical toughness of his wide receiver room during run blocking, including Jamison Williams, who helped spring David Montgomery on a 75-yard touchdown run. Monday Night Football, the Broncos took down the Bills on the road 24-22. Josh Allen had just 177 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And the Diamondbacks and Orioles have the MLB Rookies of the Year. Unanimous decisions in favor of outfielder Corbin Carroll of Arizona and shortstop Gunnar Henderson of Baltimore. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thank you very much, Chris. We have the 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:25. Dave Campbell will join us at 8:02.
Thank you.
We'll talk a little Michigan. Jim Harbaugh saying that this team is America's team because of all the adversity that they face. Yeah, there was a lot of noise last week, and we found out that Jim wasn't coaching their team until hours before. I wouldn't call that major adversity. They came out and played a damn
At the
tough
next
football
light,
game.
turn right.
They won the game. Do you give a rat's ass about what Jim Harbaugh says, either when he's with us on the, every other week or whatever, or in the press conference? Because I think this one was trolling, to be quite honest with you. He cannot honestly believe that in today's world, Michigan is America's team.
Well, he can believe whatever he wants, and if you got to look at it from his perspective, he's the one saying these words. So if you try and get into Jim Harbaugh's mind, which can be a unique place, and he feels like if he didn't know anything about this, which he has said, he didn't know anything about.
At the light,
what Connor Stalions
turn right
was
onto
doing,
Richardson Road,
then the suspension,
turn
all
left
of this
onto
stuff
Martin Road.
seems like it's attacking him.
And turn blank around with
And
their
so
brain.
the adversity to him is real.
Okay, so he's America's coach.
I think you're America's team before he's American.
I know, I'm only kidding.
He's clowning
No,
around.
you're trolling. He's trolling. You're trolling.
He's trolling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's clowning around the last few weeks. I mean, he brought in Ric Flair again, last week.
Yeah.
Ever since all this smoke has risen, he's kind of just
At the light, turn
soaking
left
it
onto
in
Martin
and
Road.
playing at how he sees it's his advantage. Whatever. It's just
He's also playing this up to his team. Like,
Oh, yeah.
his team is 100% buying into everything that coach is saying.
I have no problem with the team getting behind this whatsoever. Like with the bet and all that stuff. That's cool because that helps. That's about winning football games. That's what I care about.
Which they went out and did.
Yes, that's exactly what I care about. Winning football games.
And what John is saying is that we're not the audience. We just happen to almost third party or second hand listen to it. But
We're
the
the fly on the
audience
wall.
is the team.
Yeah, the audience is the team, and we're the fly on the wall.
Same thing with the Sherrod Moore thing. That people don't like that or hate that he's showing.
In half a mile, at the roundabout,
it's not
take
for
the
us.
second exit onto
That
Martin
audience
Road.
was Jim Harbaugh. That audience was Blake Corum. It was the team.
That
And
I agree
we're
with.
just the fly on the wall.
I have no problem with what Sherrod Moore did. None whatsoever.
I think they're playing to their hardcore fan base, the Michigan, like the cult
Yes.
that people call it, or mafia, or whatever they want. He's playing to the hardcore, and I think they're all playing to the arrogance that Michigan's always been accused of.
I agree. I mean, when you
Playing to the fan base.
At the roundabout,
They're
take the
getting
second
people
exit
that are
onto Martin Road.
behind them, no matter what, fired up. The people that will call in here and say that they didn't do anything wrong.
right.
I
The
mean,
people.
how can you say that? But there are people who say that.
the
Well,
pe-
there's a lot of people who will say that, yeah, there's something wrong. We've heard that from the university themselves, that there was something that happened wrong. But you've got to find out how much did Coach Harbaugh know. The due process, all of those different things are what people are, that the hardcore Michigan fans are all talking about.
Wojo last night, too, he also said
At the
they're playing to
roundabout,
But
take the
what
second
about
exit onto Martin
people
Parkway.
who defend Michigan because they'll talk about what somebody else did? And Michigan has actually done that.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
That's how they're playing at the NCAA or the Big Ten in terms of the whole cheating thing.
Well, yeah, in terms of if you're going to, set a
In
standard.
half a mile, at the
in regards to
roundabout,
how
take the
you're
second
going
exit
to
onto Martin
penalize
Parkway.
coaches, well, what about all of these other things? And so you better hold the same standard for those as well.
248-539-9797. Most of America hates the University of Michigan, at least the sports programs. They're not America's team. America hates the Wolverines. Some do, some don't. It's like the Cowboys, exactly. F. Paul Feinbaum. Stoney, Jim is doing exactly what a head coach should do, keeping it about him and making the focus on him so the players can focus on the game. He's a genius. Your pearl clutching is annoying. There's nothing more American than defining a whole group
At the
by actions
roundabout,
one
take the second
individual.
exit
Great
onto
job,
Martin
Stone
Parkway.
Marcus Radio.
In American Standard Time.
That's right.
That's American time.
From American University. Which is it? America's team or Michigan versus everyone? Sounds contradictory. That's what Greg
was saying.
Yes, exactly. Stoney, while I get that it's self-inflicted, the point is these kids and his team and the university lost their coach while playing for a national championship before due process was completed and before any connection has been meant to him or anyone else on the staff, Jay and Troy. Right or wrong, and I believe, like the whole Harbaugh talked yesterday, innocent until proven guilty, and I understand that. But under the Big Ten deal, you don't have to have due process. They can suspend players for other stuff too. They can do whatever they want.
Well, again, if you're going to set that precedent,
right,
and you're not going to get all of the facts, you're not going to go through the entire fact-finding process, then you better be ready to hold that same standard to other situations.
The absurd part is pretending every team doesn't decode signs, and what Michigan did is this unprecedented, egregious act. Just stop. Okay, there's your whataboutism. It's not that everybody
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto M5
but
South.
everybody doesn't send people, or one person on the staff doesn't orchestrate sending people to do it, to break the rules at different venues. At least that hasn't been suggested or proven in the other schools. Tim in Clarkston says, Michigan wearing Michigan versus everybody shirt is hilarious. They cheated twice, got caught twice in one season. Now
In 14 miles,
Harbaugh has
make
more
a U-turn.
suspensions than Bowl. America's team is perfect. I feel the same way about Dallas that I do about Michigan. All right, on to football. They're now the favorite to win the national championship. And I think that's because, not necessarily that they're the best team, but because of the way it's all set up. And if they beat Ohio State, they'll cakewalk through the Big Ten championship game for the third straight year, you would assume. And then they get to the playoff, and hopefully they don't have the same fate they had the last 2 years. And the reason they're ahead of, their odds are better than Georgia's, is because Georgia has to play Alabama for the SEC championship. Correct. That's the only reason. And the reason it's ahead of Ohio State, I believe, is because the Michigan-Ohio State game's in Ann Arbor.
I don't know this year if it would matter if it was in Ann Arbor or in Columbus. I think Michigan would still be favored.
Maybe a little bit.
It helps that the game's in Ann Arbor.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that, but I think if you were to ask, and so what's the line right now? 6. Okay, so if you say, okay, well, we're going to give you 3 for a home game,
right,
they still are favored.
Right, but the national title odds would probably be even with Georgia right now.
Probably.
Because they're not far apart. Michigan's just a slight favorite.
Yes. Do you think they should be the favorite to win the national championship? 248-539-97-97. I don't, only for one reason. I think Georgia is, look, I know Alabama's playing a lot better.
Yeah.
The quarterback, Rowe keeps getting better and better and better. But Georgia seems to have this freaking ability when the competition gets tighter, they get better.
Well, their quarterback is playing better, just like Alabama and Milroe.
Yeah.
He's playing better. Carson Beck, their quarterback, is playing better. If you had put this out there, and I know that they were number 1 in the preseason polls, they were number 1 in the first, handful of AP coaches poll, all that stuff. And they still are, aren't they?
Yes.
In the AP and coaches poll, not in the.
They might be after tonight.
They might, and they should be.
Yes.
And so it gets to my point is they are improving throughout the course of the year. Alabama is improving throughout the course of the year. Especially now that Brock Bowers is back and healthy. I think that plays a large part into it as well for Georgia. Are they a more complete team than Alabama? Are they a more complete team than Michigan? And if you can answer that question as Georgia is, then Georgia's got to be your favorite.
Right.
They may have a tougher road.
Correct.
And when you're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds, you never know, are they going to be up, they're going to be down, what's going on leading up to the game. Kirby Smart has proven that he can get them focused every single week of the season.
You don't think he loves the fact that they're not the favorite?
Yeah, sure.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, he's been telling me that they're America's team.
I mean, the Georgia-Alabama game is going to be humongous. There's going to be a lot of elements that play that were there, 2 years ago when Bama beat them because they were more desperate. Well, it's going to be the same thing again. Georgia Jimmy, our boss, he's a little concerned about that SEC championship game. He's been very, very good source about holding Georgia He's not a fanboy.
Right.
Been arrogant about it at times, but probably deservedly so with the team that way that team's played. We were talking in his office. Okay, let's say Bama beats Georgia. You're going to have a debate of a lifetime for the one-loss team that gets in, because you're putting in probably Michigan, which is
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
just think Florida State, Bama, because they won that SEC title. Who are you taking out of one-loss Georgia, or Washington champion? One-loss Oregon, let's say they beat Washington, or one-loss Texas, who wins the Big 12 championship. And Texas's argument is they beat Bama.
Right.
But man, are you going to deny? You're going to deny Georgia an opportunity to repeat because they lost the championship.
I know.
It'll be a debate. It'll be the greatest debate ever, which will say why we're having an expanded play.
Right.
Lost the wrong game.
Yeah.
At the wrong time. It's not, you know, we played.
Exactly. Georgia played a better Bama team than Texas. See, these are just the debates. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but these are the questions that, what about Oregon?
I know. Well, if Washington runs the game.
Yeah, it makes it easy. I mean,
Yes.
this thing is set up very easy.
But you could also look and say Texas's loss is worse than Georgia's loss.
Exactly. See?
Because Oklahoma has lost, what, twice now?
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're talking about Alabama and Georgia, and both of them being one loss, one of them being an SEC champ versus losing in that championship game, I think it's clear that it would be Georgia over Texas.
Right.
Georgia's schedule is pretty rapid.
Yeah.
The Missouri, the Ole Miss,
Right.
top 10 wins.
Yes, absolutely. Just like
Stay in the left 2
Michigan
lanes.
rapidly, the last 3 games. Through the last 3.
Yeah.
Although Maryland beating Nebraska helps. Well, Michigan beating Nebraska.
You know, all this aside, I really want.
Let's not try and pump up the Maryland game.
I think the Michigan-Georgia national championship game would be awesome for the country. I do, because of the whole villain thing and the whole creepy.
Oh, and Michigan had the Georgia countdown clock in there, whatever.
And one versus two most likely undefeated.
Okay.
Like undefeated. It's like college football. That would be kind of like, remember the Bama Texas national championship where you just knew going in they were the 2 best teams.
Kind of like people might go back further, the USC Texas game.
And I gotta say, if it happens, I don't think Michigan.
No, it lied, but
Enjoy playing the game.
our telephone number is 248-539-9797. We got the 2 Grand Slam at 7:25. Done.
All right, you guys, let's talk about your hair and Michigan's #1 hair restoration specialist, Dr. Berkowitz. You've been hearing me talk about Michigan hair restoration for quite a long time now, and maybe you're on the fence. You're thinking about going to see him. Well, now is the perfect time. It's Michigan Hair Restoration's 10-year anniversary, and Dr. B wants to celebrate, so he's passing on major savings for our listeners. You're going to save $1,000 when you mention 97.1, and you're going to get 0% financing on your hair restoration procedure as well. Now, remember, he helps both men and women every single day, so even if you or the woman in your life is struggling with your hair, but you're not ready to get a hair transplant, know that Dr. B has an amazing natural hair remedy to improve growth without injections or surgery, and it's actually super relaxing. It's this medical-grade plant-based hair treatment that's based on 20 years of research. So now it's your turn to let Dr. B help you regrow your lost hair and your confidence. For more information and schedule a consultation with Dr. B, go to MichiganHairRestoration.com. That's MichiganHairRestoration.com.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Sarah Wayland Chevrolet. Traffic volumes are picking up in the work zones this morning. Also a few scattered crashes, including one in the work zone on 696 westbound after Orchard Lake that's blocking the right side. Another in Oakland County 75 southbound after Dixie Highway on the left shoulder. And a crash on the right shoulder 94 westbound in Cecil. Sarah Wayland Chevrolet, where customer satisfaction is always their #1 priority. Sarah Wayland Chevrolet, 17.5 in Van Dyke and Sterling Heights. Call 800-WAYLAND-1 or go to sarahwayland.com. Find new roads. I'm Shell Penny with traffic.
Patterson sends it through to secure a 41-38 victory. Detroit Lions face the Chicago Bears at Ford Field. Lions game day begins Sunday at 10 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Every year, millions of people find a health plan at healthcare.gov during open enrollment. They enjoy more doctor visits,
Say hi.
pick up prescriptions, and find the care they need. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan from $10 a month or less with financial help. Enroll by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Healthcare.gov is here for millions like you, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Football and basketball seasons are in full gear, and BetQL is ready to help you win more consistently this year. BetQL is an absolute game changer if you're looking to find trends to help you win. Make smarter bets on spreads, totals, player props, and more. BetQL has already helped over 300,000 people with powerful analytics and community insights. Don't fumble the ball at the goal line or airball any free throws this season. Visit BetQL.com for their free daily analysis today. That's BetQL.com. 30 Seconds to Mars presents Seasons, the World Tour. Live in Detroit, featuring AFI. With special guests, Poppy and Kenny Hoopla. Pine Knob Music Theater, August 6th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com. 30 Seconds to Mars. The brand new album, It's the End of the World, but It's a Beautiful Day, is available everywhere now.
97 won the tickets Thursday football feast with Wojo and Rieger. Broadcasting live from Buffalo Wild Wings starting at 6 p.m. this and every Thursday during football season. Join us this Thursday at the B-Dubs in Westland on North Wayne Road. You can win tickets to the Green Bay game in the Miller Lite Tap Room.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No. We tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better, but our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
This year, Staples wants everyone to have a happy Holla Deal. That's right, Holla Deal. Staples Holla Deals are amazing savings on hot holiday tech. Great prices on laptops, game systems, earbuds, and more. And now at Staples, you can save up to $350 on select PCs. During Staples Holla Deals, it's not about the fa-la-la. It's about saving ooh-la-la. Save up to $350 on select PCs today at Staples. It's 11/18 in store only. See associate for details.
My wife and I decided a few months ago that we needed a new roof. We knew about 5 years ago when we bought our house that that's something we had to do, put it off as long as possible. Now we have a new roof because I called Rapid Roofing and Mike Beatty, and I was so impressed with the professionalism from them coming out, assessing the roof, giving us a quote, and then actually coming out and in one day performing a great job. Now I've got, going into the winter, I don't have to worry about leaks. I don't have to worry about anything. When I go to sell the house, I know I'm going to have a great value. You can contact them at rapidroofing.com or you can give them a call, 888-360-ROOF. That's 888-360-ROOF.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Slam coming up at 7:25. It's news time with Heather.
All right. Thanksgiving travel is going to be crazy. Millions of Americans are expected to travel this Thanksgiving, including about 1.7 million Michiganders. And that number is just about back to pre-pandemic levels. So people are hitting the road. According to AAA, more than 55 million Americans will venture 50 miles or more before, and that's actually the third highest Thanksgiving forecast since they started tracking back in 2000. Now, when it comes to the type of travel, most people are getting in their car.
Yeah.
They're going to be driving. In Michigan, there's going to be about 179,000 that are expected to fly, but most are going to drive. So if you are traveling for Thanksgiving, here's what you need to know. November 22nd, that's the day before Thanksgiving, is expected to be the busiest travel day, particularly between 2 and 6 p.m. So you want to either hit the road early.
People getting off work,
or later. And then if you are going to travel on Thanksgiving, which a lot of people do, just going to relatives' homes, right? 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. will be peak travel times. So just prepare yourself for longer travel times, some delays, some traffic.
On your way downtown to the football game.
Yeah, I always love being on the road early on holidays because there is no one out, and it's such a ghost town, and it's just an eerie, cool feeling.
Yep. So the parents of the Oxford High School shooter, James and Jennifer Crumbley, who are each charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, have been granted separate trials. So they actually requested this change based on some new evidence on Monday. And this is a pretty big development because for the past couple of years, they've really presented this united front, right? And most of the information and the evidence has been about both parents. So this is a big deal. The trial date is still set for January 23rd of next year. This could maybe impact some different things moving forward, but this is what's going down. Yeah. And I feel like this has been going on for a long time.
It has been going on for a long time,
for years. It has been years. It's been years. It's crazy. Ex-Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick has been named executive director of a Tennessee nonprofit called Taking Action for Good, which focuses on prison reform. So as we know, he served about 7 years in prison for numerous crimes that were tied to his terms as mayor. His sentence was commuted back in 2021. And the CEO of this nonprofit, Alice Marie Johnson, she started this organization following her prison release back in 2018. And she says she is excited to work with Kilpatrick and believes he's a changed man and that he is the best person to lead this organization.
At the stop sign, use the left lane to make a U-turn.
We're allowed to make new choices, new decisions.
He's had experience.
The search is on for a group of suspects who slammed an SUV into a Detroit dispensary, then ran inside and stole safes and some other items. Now, police say it happened at 6 a.m. on Saturday at Cloud Cannabis on Outer Drive. Photos have been released and video as well of these suspects. They say some of them were driving in a black Cadillac SUV, and they actually first robbed a security guard who was sitting outside in the parking lot. And as they were robbing the security guard, another group used a different SUV, slammed into the building, ran inside.
At the stop sign,
and
use
then
the
they
left
took
lane
off.
to make a
So
U-turn
if anybody
at Winston
knows
Street.
anybody that was involved in this, they should contact the Detroit Police Department.
Yeah.
Brittany Mahomes, she could lose her spot on Taylor Swift's squad. Now they're like besties, right? They're Instagram official friends. They're posting photos with each other. But some old tweets of hers have resurfaced, of course, and Swifties are not happy. They're not really that serious.
In half a mile, turn right
They
onto
were in
Downing.
2012. She was 17 years old. And they're stupid. They're really dumb tweets. But she was tweeting at Taylor Swift, and she said, I want to know when you're going to find something different to write about besides boys and relationships.
Didn't make the light.
And she also tweeted one with like angry face emoji and said, Taylor Swift winning everything. So she was showing some not so much love for Taylor Swift at 17.
Yeah, how dare she?
So she's now deleted those tweets, but of course the screenshots are circulating.
So
right
she's
now.
off the squad. Do they, put her on the practice squad and bring somebody else up? Oh my God!
I mean, you're talking about 11 years ago, a 17-year-old.
These Swifties, though,
I'm
John.
guessing that
Look out.
Taylor Swift probably has no issue with this.
I'm sure she doesn't, and it's
so
dumb,
everybody else
but it's there. It's happening.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Heather. Let's win some money.
It's the Stoney and Jansen 2 Grand Slam. Your chance to win $2,000 in 60 seconds. Brought to you by Feminennial Law. Go to getdavidgetpaid.com.
All right, the Tuesday edition of the 2 Grand Slam. The way this works, you call the number 248-539-9797. If you're the contestant, here's the way it works. 10 questions, 60 seconds. You get them all right, $2,000. $25 for each correct response. We won't tell you if you're right or wrong. If you don't know, pass and go back. Okay? Here we go. We go to Fenton, Michigan. And say good morning to Alex. How you doing, Alex?
Turn right onto Dalby. Then the destination is on your left.
Alex, did I push the wrong button?
Yes.
Oh. All right, I'm going.
Can you hear me?
There you
Yes,
go, Alex.
Alex,
My bad.
there
My
we go,
bad.
yep.
My bad. What's
Sorry
up?
about that.
That's okay. No.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
How are you?
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your left, 19465
Ready to
Dalby.
play?
I sure am.
All right, here we go. The clock will begin when I start the first question. Good luck.
Okay.
Mike Locksley is the head coach of this college team.
Maryland.
What is the name of Tua Tagovailoa's younger brother?
Talia?
What is the capital of Maryland?
Oh, gosh. Pass.
He played Marco Ramius in The Hunt for Red October.
Joaquin Phoenix.
The destination is on your left, 19465 Dalby. Arrived.